I'm about to lose my fucking shit on this guy next door. He's been shooting a gun off for about 2 hours, and it's pissing me off. If it was fucking if it was rant day right now, I'd be coming through that goddamn TV. This dude's aggravating. It's been going on for the last 2 hours.
He might be sighting in his rifle or something.
I don't give two fucks what he's sighting in. He can sight that shit on at a fucking gun range. I mean, if you can't sight it off. I mean, the dude's. I mean, there ain't that much goddamn ammo in the world. And he's been shooting for 2 hours. You're wasting fucking ammo. There's some people out there that don't have much ammo. You need to fucking save that shit. Save it when you need it. Shit pisses me off. I mean, he must got some money to be able to shoot that long. Anyway, hold on. Let me send this out real quick.
Got my pen and pad out. Ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hold on. Just making sure. Got this up. I don't guess it's not live. Did I click? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay.
It's live. We live.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I want to make sure it's up because I don't want to have to edit nothing later. I'm just going to send it in the chat. Send it to Rusty. In case anyone wants to join.
I just seen that some quarterback on Florida's roster was arrested for child pornography.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. All right. Well, whenever he gets his screen on black here, we'll start in here in just a second. If you do join, we are live for our NFL podcast. Like I said last night, we're going live from now on for the podcast. It'll be posted on Spotify. I got to edit. I edited up a little highlight thing. I'm gonna post it on TikTok.
Somebody might have called him or something.
Yeah, somebody probably called him. We'll wait on him for a second.
There he is.
There he is. I don't know what happened to his phone. Dark now. There he goes. All right. Clay's audio is not great because he's on his phone. So if you do join, just beware. I'm gonna do the intro here in just a second.
What you drinking, Clay?
I'm on Clay. You can be unmuted for now. I'm pulling up the chat. I don't know what, dude. What's up with y'all going? Y'all must be getting phone calls all the time.
Somebody trying to call me. I know what to do. I'm gonna turn my do not disturb on.
I wasn't getting a phone call. I was looking at the spread so I could pull it up.
Okay.
Do not disturb is on.
Well, you'll know the games. You're just gonna go off top of the head half the time anyway, so you'll be all right. I didn't pick.
Aaron, I got a better record that way.
You got a better record that way? I don't know about that. You're last, ain't you?
Hey,
yeah,
I went
like 4 games at a time trying to prepare.
Hey, I went 10-6. 10-6, bitches.
All right, I wrote down. I got my player of the week. I don't know if you guys got one. If you ain't got one, don't worry about it. But
yeah, boy, I got Josh Jacobs. I mean,
okay,
you not gonna have Josh Jacobs?
I got somebody different. So, all right. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL Weekly Matchup. Week 13. I believe it's week 13. We're going with that. I'm not redoing the intro. But we're here for the NFL podcast. We do every Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever we're here. Did the college football last night. Now we're here for the NFL. Josh is here once again. It looks like he's outside somewhere in a deer stand. I don't know where he is, but Josh, how was your week?
I'm outside on my porch because I got people inside. And, I told them that when they leave, to go out the side door so they don't disrupt my podcast. So far the week's going pretty good. Getting down, to the nitty grit here with the NFL. So let's see what this week brings.
Yeah, good thing it's not raining like it was earlier. We'd be in a heap of trouble with you outside right now, I can tell you that.
No, dude, I got a covered porch.
Yeah, but we'd hear the shit out of that rain. It sounds like hell right now. Anyway, Clay's here with us. His audio is not that great, but he's here. If he wants to just say, it won't let it says you can't mute your unguest. Why don't choose to mute yourself? Let me mute you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, Clay's here with us. You ain't got to tell us everything, but here with us. We'll ask you a couple things in a minute. I'm not going to let you talk too much because your audio sucks. Unless you want to say anything. You want to say anything now?
No, sir.
Okay. It doesn't sound half bad right now. So, We are recording for Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We are live on YouTube, so if anyone comments in the chat, that's what we'll be responding to. But yeah, had a good week of NFL. Let's recap some games here. Obviously, we had Thanksgiving games. Not going to talk too much about those because,
because I went undefeated. I went undefeated on Thanksgiving, and y'all didn't. That's why we're not going to talk much about those.
You went undefeated on the 3 games?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, I just felt like they were so long ago. I mean, there were some good games though. We had the Patriots and Vikings. I mean, who thought that was going to be a shootout?
Yeah, that was a good game.
I mean, you have Mac Jones look like he's gotten his job back, I guess.
That Lions Bills.
Yeah.
Is that who it was? That was a great game. That was Lions and Bills.
Yeah, Lions, Bills. Cowboys, Giants wasn't too bad. Giants ended up blowing it in the second half, so whatever. But the one game I wrote down was Vikings defeating the Patriots. I mean, Vikings seemed like it was a shootout, not what I expected. I know Jefferson had a good game. Mac Jones looked like he's it's not going to be Bailey Zapp's job or whatever the hell his name is anymore. And the Vikings ended up pulling it out 33-26. That game, not going to talk too much about it, but let's go to the Sunday games a little bit. We had Cleveland. We had a lot of overtime and games that ended on a very close call. We had Cleveland defeating the Bucks 23-17 in overtime. Chubb running it in. Josh, any thoughts on Cleveland defeating Tampa Bay?
Yeah, man, I picked Tampa Bay. Y'all both picked the Browns. That was your lock of the week.
It was.
Yep.
I picked the Browns. I thought I picked Tampa Bay. Clay, any thoughts on Cleveland beating Tampa Bay? I mean, Tampa Bay is obviously still at the top of the division because the Saints are god awful and they don't know how to start Jameis Winston. And they also the Falcons suck too. Any thoughts on that game?
No, not really. Not a whole lot. Tampa Bay's not that good of a team like you've been saying all season. So that's my viewpoint on it.
Gotcha. Let's keep it going here. We're going to go to talk a bit about other games. We had the Clay's Jaguars over here. Somehow that they might get to 6 wins. You're good, Josh. Might get to 6 wins, defeating the Ravens by surprise, 28-27 on a 2-point conversion to Zay Jones, who had a hell of a game, almost 150 yards, 14 receptions. I mean, Trevor Lawrence looks like he's, stepping up this year. Clay, any thoughts on Jacksonville beating the Ravens?
Like I said, man, Jags are a sleeper team. Trevor Lawrence is looking really good this year. But that's another thing I was going to talk to you about. You called me talking about who to pick up in a fantasy league. And Zay Jones has gotten 10 targets in 4 games this year. In the past 2 games, he's gotten over 10 targets.
Oh, he's a free agent? I didn't know that.
Free agent in our league. So it may not be a bad guy just stash, just in case. But we also, I'll get to my player of the week. We also had him on our roster. Now, just, me, I like picking random guys player of the week, not when it always goes off. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Josh, any thoughts on the Jaguars beating? If you're here now, any thoughts on the Jaguars beating the Ravens?
Yeah, man. What's this? The Ravens losing games in the last, and how many games have they lost now in the last 15 or the last quarter?
Yeah,
like that's ridiculous. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with the Ravens losing leads like that.
What about Trevor Lawrence? You think he's there for the future? You think he's stepping up as one of the best young quarterbacks?
Yeah, he's looking good. Definitely progressed throughout the season, and is looking better than he did to start the season. I think they got their quarterback over there in Jacksonville. That was a good game, and they made some good plays in the red zone.
Gotcha. We got a comment in the chat here. I didn't see it. Bryson Brown says, "Oh, you didn't know." In the comment, I'll put up if anyone else comments through the thing, I'll put it up. Let's get into the next game. We had the Mike White, the new quarterback for the Jets, who started last year, 3rd string. Looks like he's going to be there to stay. Leads the Jets to a victory over, I can't even remember who they played. I wrote it down. Who'd they play? Josh, do you remember?
They played the Bears.
I'm blanking. Yes, they played the Bears. They played the Bears, who had Trevor Siemian. Ended up winning 31-10, I believe. It was a close game for a while. It looked like, but they ended up pulling away. I know Garrett Wilson had 2 good touchdowns, and looked like Elijah Moore broke off for one. He had his best game of the season so far under a new quarterback. But what you think about that Jets team with a new quarterback? Do you think they're going to be a hard team to beat, Josh?
I mean, if he can continue to play like that, we'll see what happens. Within the next few weeks. Once he gets settled in, once the teams get a little defensive plan to go against him, we'll see how that goes. Sometimes they throw a quarterback in there and he'll be lights out. I remember Daniel Jones being that way last year or maybe the year before, where he came out and just was lights out for a couple of games.
Good fantasy numbers, though.
Yeah. So, but the Jets do have playmakers and they do got a good defense. The quarterback play is where they need to solidify the position to be a premier team in the NFL.
Any thoughts on Mike White, Clay? Do you think he's the quarterback of the future for the Jets?
I don't know about the future, but he's definitely better than what they had. Does my mic sound any better this way?
Yeah, you sound better. Whatever you did, you sound
I
a
turned
lot
the
better.
place because it was on the stand a little weird.
Okay.
So, sounds a little better, cool. But I mean, it's weird how you see some of these Jets quarterbacks come in and then some receivers do better with certain quarterbacks. And then when other quarterbacks come in, they didn't get hardly any usage out of them. So Mike White did good at spreading the ball out. And I think once the Jets run it, backfield gets a little bit more healthy, they'll be all right. I think they used that rookie Knight or whatever his name was. I don't remember the young. I don't even know if he's a rookie or not, but I've never heard of him.
I've seen him. I never heard of him. I didn't even know what team he played for till the other day. I didn't know too much about him, to be honest with you. One guy I'll mention as a fantasy pickup. I know he only had 2 targets, but you never know with Elijah Moore. I think he's a very talented player. I've always said he was very talented in college. If you're very in need of a receiver, I don't think that's a terrible pickup in my opinion. There, and Michael Carter got hurt as well in that game, I believe. So looks like they're running with Ty Johnson and that Knight dude, because that's the only other back they got, right? Carter and
they have James Robinson, but he's hurt too.
That's right, he's hurt.
I don't know if he was hurt; he just wasn't active.
That's right. He wasn't active right at the when it came to lock. I got you. I remember now. Okay, let's keep it going here. We had the Chargers moving above 500 after winning on a 2-point conversion as well. Coming down to the wire there. Any thoughts on the Chargers beating Arizona? Arizona 25-24. I mean, it's a great game. I didn't catch too much of that game, but any thoughts on the Chargers?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was watching the game, and I picked the Cards. I picked the Cardinals plus 4.5. So I was happy that they went for 2 right there. Whether they get it or not, I thought it was a gutsy move, but it paid off for them, and the Chargers were able to get out there with a victory.
Gotcha. Yeah, Cardinals, team that I was high on early in the year, and I've not been high on them late. But looks like James Conner's back and doing his thing. Might have been, I know we got him on St. Brown, probably looking like somewhat of an even trade there since Conner's back. I mean, Clay, any thoughts on the Cardinals and Chargers there? I know, like I said, we got rid of a good back in Conner in our fantasy league.
The main thing, because he was high on the Cardinals, I was high on the Chargers. The Chargers have a good offense. Yes, their receivers have been kind of hurt, but like if you name drop their defense, some of the guys defense, why is their defense not good? Like that's what I question every week. Like why does their defense give up so many points? I mean, so many damn scores to other teams because you got like Derwin James, you got Bosa, I believe Khalil Mack too.
I think they got some other injuries on defense as well.
Just name dropping those guys.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I just don't understand it. So,
they've always had a bad run defense. I know from the beginning, but maybe they'll step up. Let's get next game. We had Josh Jacobs running. He took off for that last touchdown in overtime. Had over 200 yards. They beat Seattle Raiders on a little win streak. 2 games. I know maybe they're going to make my AFC championship like I was predicted earlier in the year. I doubt it. Josh, any thoughts on the Raiders and your Alabama boy, Josh Jacobs?
Hold on a second. Who did they play?
Seahawks,
Yeah.
40-34.
They beat the Seahawks.
Yes, they beat the Seahawks. He ran in overtime for that touchdown.
It
Son
almost
of
ended in a tie.
You
Son of a
wrote something
bitch.
down wrong?
Yeah, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Josh wrote one of our picks down wrong. Yes, it was 40-34 against Seattle. I may have seen you.
We all lost that game.
Yeah, I think we all picked Seattle because nobody was picking the Raiders. Raiders look bad. But
Yeah,
I mean,
talk to Clay. Let me fix this.
yeah, Clay. I know Josh Jacobs was saying Josh was saying last week or yesterday that was one of the highest fantasy running back scores he's seen. Any thoughts on the Raiders beating the Seahawks there?
I mean, it is Seattle, but I mean, Seattle is a decent team this year. I don't really have any thoughts as far as the Raiders go. I mean, they still got to prove something to me. Derek Carr plays inconsistent. When he feeds Adams the ball and Adams can get open, I mean, and even Mac Hollins had a good day. If he can spread the ball around and Josh Jacobs can run the ball successful, they're a good team. But other than that, I mean, I don't see the Raiders going far.
Gotcha. Any other thoughts, Josh, on Jacobs before we keep it going?
Oh, that's just my player of the week.
Gotcha. Well, we were about to get into player of the week. One more thing before we get into player of the week. Aaron Rodgers is hurt. Does anybody have any thought? I mean, do y'all think he's gonna sit him up for the season? You think he's gonna sit down and let Jordan Love start, or what you think, Clay?
I thought I read a report that I guess he had a scan done or whatever, X-ray or whatever, and it's not getting any worse, and I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I just know he came out. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking he's going to play too. I'm with you, but I don't know. I just feel like if they're losing and stuff, you don't think he's just going to say, "Hey, screw it, I'm going to sit out."
I don't think he plays for the Packers next year, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think no one does that, but I just didn't know if you guys thought he may, sit him up. It said today. It said an update earlier. It says isn't practicing Wednesday, but head coach Matt LaFleur says he expects the quarterback to practice at some point before Sunday's game in Chicago. So it's looking like they're thinking he's going to play. Seems like it. I don't know. Any thoughts on Rodgers, Josh?
No. He'll come back. He'll come back and play.
You think he's going to come back and play? I don't know. I don't think so. All right, Josh, player of the week. You got Josh Jacobs, correct?
Yep.
Josh Jacobs over almost 250 yards, 230 yards, something like that. 2 touchdowns, that touchdown in overtime, 229 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns.
He had over
74
yards.
Yeah, 74 receiving yards as well, too. Clay, player of the week. You said you had somebody.
Yeah, I don't have my stats up because I'm on my phone, but like I said, I like going somebody under the radar. Give me Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson, I believe he had 90-something yards, maybe, and 2. I know he had 2 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson. We still have him on our fantasy team, I think.
Yeah, he was on the bench.
95 yards and 2 touchdowns. Scoring those 2 touchdowns early because I was watching the game because I almost played him on DraftKings and I didn't. I was upset. My player of the week is going to Jacksonville. I'm going to Trevor Lawrence. I'm 28 for 37, 321 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions to lead them over the Ravens by 1 point. I think that's a big win for a young quarterback. And especially when you're throwing the ball to Zay Jones and Jamal Agnew, that's your 2, receivers you're hitting. I don't know. I just feel like that's very impressive. So let's get into the upcoming games for the week. We're going to go Thursday night football. We're going to go Bills at
the records.
Oh, yes. I apologize, Josh. Yes, give us the records for the week.
I had to fix the record.
Go ahead.
So I still won. I went 9-7, which brings me to 87-93. You went 8-8, which brings you to 91-89. And Clay went 6-10, and he's now 85-95. So you got a 4-game lead on me, a 6-game lead on Clay.
It's narrowing down. It's coming close. It's getting close, though. It's getting close.
We're inching closer.
Inching closer. All right, let's see what happens this week. We're going to go Thursday night football. Bills at the Patriots. One of the Should be a good Thursday night game, better than we've seen in others. Bills favored by 5.5. I'll lead us off here, I guess, since I know I have mine written down. I think I'm going to go with the Patriots. Patriots at home. I know the Bills haven't looked as good to me. I know a lot of people are picking the Patriots because I think this line has done changed. It's went down to 4, something like 4.5, maybe 5. Patriots have struggled with the run. I like Stevenson in this game. Bills have struggled with the run. I like Stevenson to get the ball a lot in this game. I don't know. I think the Bills win, but I think it's going to be a tight game. So that's what I'm rolling with. I'm going with the Patriots. Josh, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Bills, -5.5. I'm going to gain another game on you here.
Divisional game. It's going to be tight. We'll see.
It'll be a touchdown. It'll be a touchdown.
Clay, who you got?
Give me Buffalo in this game. Like I said, you did mention Ramondre Stevenson. Damon Harris is out. He should get a lot of the work. Player prop for him today. He only had to rush for 60 yards, so you can take the over in that. I took that far left work because I figured it was going to go up. But
I have to go do that.
But you look at that today. He's been receiving the ball out of the backfield a lot. I don't know. He's just all around a good player. So if he can get the ball rolling, I don't see why the Patriots couldn't cover the 5.5. But I'm going to roll with Buffalo just because they should be the better team. They should be able to cover.
Yeah, and they need to win too. Buffalo, both of these teams need to definitely win. That's why one reason I'm thinking it's going to be a field goal game, but we'll see. Next game, we're going to the 1 o'clock games here on Sunday. We got the Steelers at Josh's Falcons. The Falcons favored by 1.5. Clay, go ahead and go. We're going back to you. Who you got in this one? Steelers or Falcons?
Dude, these are rough, man. Give me Pittsburgh, I guess. Give me Pittsburgh in this game. I like Kenny Pickett. I like the way he's I don't know. I ain't gonna say he's playing good, but I like the hustle out of the guy.
He don't look half bad sometimes. He don't look half bad.
But that was a terrible game Monday night. It was just hard to watch. I should have took the overs and all the sacks, all the defense players.
Yeah, I played the defense at captain. I know Pittsburgh's defense, but won a little bit. I didn't win too much. But Josh, who you got?
I'm going to go with the Falcons at home with the -1.5. See if Patterson can have a big game.
Yeah, Steelers defense getting healthy. I think I'm going to take the Steelers to win this one outright. I know the Falcons are at home, but I don't know. Steelers defense looks better, especially with T.J. Watt. I know the run game looked good. They had a lot of different running backs and Snell and stuff with some injuries. Kenny Pickett and George Pickens and Deontay Johnson. They didn't look bad on Monday. So, what'd you say, Clay?
So I think Najee got hurt in that game. But
that was right. What I told Josh in fantasy football, I told him not to trade for Najee Harris, I think, because it was his foot injury with that dang plate in his foot, and I told you that was probably going to come back to get him, and it looks like it might.
But George Pickens looks like an animal.
Yeah, he does look
good. Some of the plays, cocky as hell.
I was about to say I heard he's an asshole too. As well.
But Najee Harris did get me a touchdown and got me 10 fantasy points.
So you didn't end up trading for him, or you had him?
No, I had him.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, you were worried about getting rid of him. I told you. Okay, yeah, gotcha. I remember. All right, next game. Let's go to the Jaguars at the Lions. Expect some points in this game. Lions favored by 1.5. Two of Clay's favorite teams here. Josh, lead us off.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions, -1.5 at home.
Clay, who you got?
This was tough.
It is tough because I might be different with Josh in the first three games.
Man, I like Detroit. I don't know why I like them, but I just like Detroit. But give me the Jaguars.
This is a tough game here, man. I could see Detroit coming out and winning at home. The Jaguars look better, but I'm going to take, you know what, my stats, don't write me down for Jacksonville because I'm taking Detroit because Jared Goff has been a lot better at home, I know, from statistically. And I don't know. That's the only reason I believe this is a coin flip.
And ETN dealing with an injury.
I think he's fine. He came back during the game and he could have played, but they didn't play him.
Yeah. But I don't know. Detroit and they got St. Brown healthy. It looks like I believe he's not hurt again. Is he hurt again? I know he went out.
I think DJ Chark's good to go, and that Jameson Williams. I don't think he's going to play this week, but he's coming.
Yeah, he's out as well. Josh Reynolds, I know, always looks somewhat good with Jared Goff. But yeah, taking Detroit. All right, let's keep it going here. We got the Titans at the Eagles. Eagles favored by 5.5. Eagles at home here. I'm going to go first here. I'm just thinking for a second. I wrote down. What did I write down? I'm going to go with what I wrote down here. No, I didn't write down for that one because I was thinking. I don't know who to go with. Titans coming off a loss. Eagles coming off a win against the Packers. Think it's going to be a close game. Give me I guess give me the Titans because I still don't trust the Eagles. I think the Eagles they've had a weak schedule. They've looked bad against some better teams. So I don't know. Taking Titans. Clay, who you got?
You said Eagles are favored by 5.5?
Yes.
Give me Tennessee.
Josh, Fly Eagles 5. What are you doing?
Yep, flying with the Eagles.
Fly Eagles fly. All right. Josh taking the Eagles here. Next game, got another close game here. We got the Commanders at the Giants. Commanders favored. Washington's favored by 2.5. Josh, who you got?
This is a tough one. Give me the Commanders.
They've looked better as of late. The defense looks good. Clay, who you taking?
Give me Washington as well. The Redskins.
So Washington's favored 2.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You got Washington, Clay.
You know what? My record might be going downhill. I'm taking the Giants at home. I don't know. Something about I feel like they're going to win this game. Divisional game. Giants definitely need a win to stay in the playoff hunt. They haven't looked great as of late. It's kind of fit. I almost thought Commanders may be favored by a little bit more. I don't know, or actually, well, maybe less. I don't know, but it's probably about right. But I don't know. Something's telling me the Giants at home. I think I should take the Giants here. Yeah. Next game, got a great game here. Jets at the Vikings. Mike White versus Kirk Cousins. Vikings favored by 3.5.
Ooh, the half.
Clay, who you got?
Are the Jets really that good? I mean, I know their defense is solid, but the Vikings, they've also played down a lot.
I don't know. I really don't.
Minnesota.
You want Minnesota?
Yeah.
Minnesota. Josh, who you taking?
I'm taking the Vikings as well. I'm scared of that half point, but because most of the games in the NFL are decided by 3 points or less. Statistically, overall, all the NFL games ever played, most of them have been decided by 3 points or less.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Minnesota.
Jets defense is good. Minnesota's at home here. I don't think I can let Mike White's going to have to prove it to me one more time. I'm thinking I'm going to take Minnesota as well, minus 3.5. Much as I think the Jets got a great defense and they got some offensive weapons, I'm still going to take Minnesota here just because.
That's the first sweep of the board.
Yeah. Next game, Packers at the Bears. Packers favored by 3.5. Anybody know who's starting for the Bears? Is it going to be Simeon? Is it going to be? That makes me worried about my pick.
Who's favored?
The Packers favored by 3.5.
And Love is the quarterback for them?
No, well, it looks like it might be Rodgers still.
Okay.
Look like Rodgers. Rodgers hadn't practiced, but I think this is going to be a tight game, but I don't know if I could bet I don't know if I could take the Bears without Justin Fields. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll with the Packers.
Minus 3.5.
Yeah, Rodgers is on Chicago. If he plays, I don't know. But I do think it could be a tight game. Could be a wrong pick here, but I wrote down the Bears, but I'm going to take the Packers. Josh, who you got?
I got the Packers.
Clay?
I think even if Fields play, he's not going to rush like he normally does because he's not going to re-injure himself that badly. So give me Packers.
Back-to-back sweeps. All right, we're both taking the Packers there. Next game, Browns at the Texans. Browns favored by 7.5. Deshaun Watson coming back to play in Houston against the Texans. And Nick Chubb there. I also got Nick Chubb. I'm just going to go ahead and take the Browns minus 7.5. I'll lead us off. I'm going to take the Browns. I know it's going to be Deshaun Watson's first game, but I expect the Browns are smart. I expect them to run the football. So, taking the Browns. Clay, who you got?
So with this pick, it's just a selfish pick for me because I'm in the league. Me and Josh, and I'm struggling at quarterback. I had Aaron Rodgers. I think I've also used like Kenny Pickett every now and then, and I picked up Deshaun Watson, and I'm starting him this week. So give me the Browns.
Gotcha. Josh, who you got?
Yep, I'm going with the Browns as well.
Dang, I was hoping somebody would take Houston. Go ahead.
Hey, there's going to be, I think, as many as 10 of the victims of Deshaun Watson there with signs.
I thought that was a joke.
No, man. They're going to be there.
Okay.
They're going to be there with "We Matter" sign.
Yeah. I mean, if the Browns are smart, which the Browns ain't, I would hand off the ball to Chubb every time. But I don't know. 7.5 is a lot of points. We're probably about all going to lose that, but that makes me worried. Anyway, next game, Broncos at the Ravens. Ravens favored by 8.5. Clay, go ahead and tell us who you're picking.
God, that was hard.
Not really. Broncos have looked terrible. Ravens at home, but it is kind of hard. Ravens don't blow out many teams. So
Give me the Broncos.
taking the Broncos. Say again.
I'll take the Broncos with that many points just because their defense, I think, to hold up against the Ravens.
Josh, who you taking?
Oh, man.
This is a tough one.
Give me the Ravens.
Mm.
Minus 8.5.
Thought you might take the Broncos there. Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens too. Broncos they don't look good to me. I don't know. Broncos suck. But it seems like the report was Russell Wilson had a birthday party and only half the team showed up. That was a report today or something. So I don't know. They were yelling at him on the sideline and stuff. I don't know. Either somehow the Broncos – I mean, this game could be a close game, but the Ravens definitely need a win here. They definitely need to pound the team, and hopefully they can do it here against
I got to roll out 10 minutes.
All right, we're good. We're almost to the end. All right, Seahawks at the Rams. Seattle favored by 8.5. Josh, lead us off.
Oh, give me the Rams with that many points.
Clay?
Seattle favored by 8.5.
I'll double check. Let me double check. All right, Bryce. They got Bryce Perkins, who I didn't think was that bad for the Rams.
Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams.
Taking the Rams.
Better yet, since
they lost. They did lose Allen Robinson, so it has moved to 7.5. But it is 8.5.
Still a lot.
It's gonna be 8.5 though, because that's where I had it at.
The Seahawks aren't that. I mean, they're good, but damn.
Hey, you know what that's telling you?
Give me Seattle. Give me Seattle, Josh.
Damn it, you beat my thunder to it. Josh probably gonna beat us here. That's telling me to pick Seattle, so I'm taking Seattle. Josh is probably excited about that one. Even though I do like Bryce Perkins. I do like Perkins from Virginia. I liked him in the preseason. So, anyway. Next game. Let's go Dolphins at the Niners. Niners favored by 3.5. Clay, who you picking?
Give me Miami. Josh?
Niners favored by 3.5. They're playing in San Francisco against the Dolphins.
Oh, man.
4 o'clock game, I believe.
And give me Miami. Plus 3.5.
Oh, God.
Hey, hold on a second. Did y'all see what Miami's coach said to Justin Fields on the sideline?
I don't know. I know they were saying weird. He's been saying weird stuff. But what did he say? I didn't hear about that.
He said he told Justin Fields to please stop scrambling. And then
Oh,
in the press
yeah.
conference, he said, I figured nobody had asked him. So, I just
Yeah, it
asked
was a
him
couple
politely
weeks. Yeah. I
to
remember
stop
that.
scrambling. That press conference was funny, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I know one of the he's been saying random stuff. Yeah, give me the Dolphins as well. Niners favored by 3.5. I don't think so. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a tight game. I don't see the Niners blowing out nobody. So next game. Also, McCaffrey might not play, and they lost Elijah Mitchell. So see what happens there. We got the Chargers at the Raiders. Chargers favored by 2.5. Raiders at home here. Raiders bouncing back, got 2 wins under their belt. Josh, what you think? Who you taking?
Give me the Raiders minus 2.5. Or plus, are they plus 2.5?
Yes, Raiders are plus 2.5.
Yeah, give me that.
Oh, Raiders bouncing back here. Maybe I know they Chargers struggle against the run. Both teams getting hot. Chargers, and write me down for Chargers. I can't. I'm keeping ever since I've been going against the Raiders, they've been winning. So he's won these last 2 weeks, so they're probably going to win again. Clay, who you taking?
Give me the Chargers, Josh.
Gotcha. A couple more games here. We got I believe this is going to be a 4 o'clock game unless they flexed it to the night game. Chiefs at the Bengals. Chiefs favored by 2.5. Looks like Jamar Chase is going to come back this week. Give me the Chiefs to win by 3. I'm going to take the Chiefs. The Bengals look better, but the Bengals need to win this game because they got a tough road after this. I will just say that. So, Clay, who you going with?
What's the spread again?
It is going to be 2.5 for the Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs.
Josh.
I wrote down the Bengals.
Josh is taking the Bengals. Okay. Next game, we got hopefully this is not going to be the Sunday night game, but I'm guessing it's going to be Colts at the Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 9.5. I mean, Jeff Saturday. Cowboys. I'm taking the Cowboys. Clay? I know it's a lot of points, but
Didn't they move the games around?
they might have. That's what I said. But I know next week it's going to be Dolphins and Chargers on Sunday night.
That's the one they moved around.
That's what I saw. I haven't seen nothing about this game. Because right now, last thing I saw is I seen this is Sunday night. So
Give me the Cowboys. I don't like the Colts at all.
yeah, especially they couldn't block. Josh, who you taking?
I'm surprised they shut them out.
Yeah, I got the Cowboys as well.
Hey, nobody has faith in Jeff Saturday and Matt Ryan and the Colts. Come on now.
Matt
Taylor,
Ryan. That dude, what's that linebacker for Dallas? What's his name?
Micah Parsons.
He's going to have 4 sacks.
Yeah. Well, if they run the ball, if Colts play smart, run the ball, this may be a close game.
Yeah, if the Colts can run the ball with Taylor, they look fine.
Yeah. But, all right, let's go. Final game. Let's go Monday night. What a game this is going to be. God, this game might end 3-0. We got the Saints at the Buccaneers. Buccaneers favored by 3.5. God, it looks like we're probably going with Andy Dalton again. Clay, who you taking?
Give me New Orleans.
Josh?
I'm taking the Bucs.
No reports came out. They're still rolling with Andy Dalton, from what I know, right?
Andy Dalton in primetime, baby.
The Saints has had the Bucs numbers the last few years.
Julio's looking good.
Saints defense is strong. 3.5. I wonder what the over-under in this game. It should be like 20 points. Over-under should be like 20 points in this game. It's going to be bold prediction. This game's going to be lower scoring than the Niners and Saints game. It might be lower scored in that game. But, yeah, give me the Saints. I'm taking the Saints. As much as I hate it, but I think it's going to be a 3-point game. All right, I think that's it. Does anybody got lock of the week out of those games? Looking here. I'm going to take Clay, somebody might take the Cowboys. No, Josh, you're taking that's a lot of
I'm
points.
gonna take the Lions.
Lions
Yo,
minus 1.5. Ooh,
give me the
that's actually
Chiefs.
not a bad one.
I'm taking Chiefs.
Chiefs. I don't think I'd do the Browns. Give me the Dolphins against the Niners, 3.5. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be like a 3-point game. I'm taking the Dolphins.
You can play that in the parlay this week? Money line?
Yeah, I'll do it. I almost won on college last week, but the damn Wake, what was it? I think it was Wake Forest or somebody like that. Whoever played Duke, they couldn't win. I had like a 7-game parlay. It was $20 to win $7,000, and I missed it by like one game. So, anyway, yeah. But that's going to do it for the podcast. We'll be back next week for NFL and college football. We'll be back for week 14. Yeah, appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, download Spotify, and peace.
Peace out. I
All
will.
right.
Holler at y'all later, man.
All right, boys and girls.
Where you going, Josh?
I'm going to Barnesville.
Oh, are you? I've been out.
Barnes
You
and
been out?
Noble.
Yeah, the new one?
Yeah, you been there?
Yeah, I went to like their second one they had.
He's going to a
went last.
meeting. I thought he said he was going to Barnes and Noble.
No, Barnesville. See y'all later.
Oh! What you about to do?
Work on schoolwork. We'll edit this, work on schoolwork, and watch Challenge, I guess.
You been watching it?
I'm rewatching the last week's. That's what I was doing.
I know who got kicked off. I watch it.
Well, I mean, I'm at the end of it right now, but I haven't seen who got kicked off yet. They're in the elimination. What was I going to say? Yeah, I got to watch. I guess I'll turn on the one tonight and watch it live.
Yeah.
So, I'm hungry. I
All
got to
right.
find something to eat.
That's what I'm about to go do. Oh,
What you eating?
shit, I don't know. Probably had to go get some.
All right.
All right, later.
Bye. Deuces if you're live.